How goes it today? We are live. Me, Wingish, me, Bay, Majeki, Quay, Christiana Carr, Chrissy Carr, Superstar. Here I am. Let me just wipe your eye here. There we go. How does that work for you? Is it better? Well, we're not going to get me looking much better today. I am just depressed. Feeling the feelings and going into them is tough. It can be tough, right? And then to let go. So I put the title on there, let go and let God, right? Whatever you believe that to be, that higher power. Oh, okay. And I've been messing with that too, and that's frustrating me. It's been tough. I just had to shower. Really needed that. It hurts. But, yeah. Stew a smudge. I've got the, today, the SNAP program with Seth. Stop now and plan. We had the 1 day last week, and then we've had a pretty rough week. Well, then looking at your triggers, right? I'm looking at my triggers, and I'm not mad at my children at all. My children are doing what they've learned to do. And I've gone all blurry again. I thought this phone would be great. And why does it blur out? Or is it my eyes? Right? Maybe that's the problem. My eyes is blurry, so everything looks blurry. Because, yeah, these, the crying eyes, right? It's okay to cry. Let it out, release it to be filled with more love. I know that it's coming in. I know that it's already there, right? I know I don't want to look at, because this is the way it is in my home, that this is just the way it is, right? Or that, all these people have turned on me. But not everyone, right? I know that I'm not alone. I know I have beautiful love and support around me always. So it's hard sometimes though, right? Because those ones you love the most. Not that the love and support around me aren't ones that I love the most, right? I don't want to offend anybody. Because, I don't want them to feel that their love isn't worth anything. Because I know how that feels, right? When you're there, I'm here for you. And they just keep saying, oh, everybody's just taking advantage. Everybody's got their hand out, right? You try to show them, no, I'm here for you. So please, all those that are here for me, know that I see you and I appreciate you. And because I cry, it's not because of you in any way. I don't feel abandoned by those people that have been there for me. Even though we can't be there every minute of the day. We all have to be there for ourselves. But I know they're there when I need it most, right? And I am working hard to reach out for that too, because I'd always been ashamed if I needed help, right? Nobody needs to be ashamed if they need help. This is all. We're here to connect with each other. We're to share this experience and this love into this expansion, right? It's all a team effort. And it's beautiful. We are not alone ever, ever, ever. That's the fear. That's the fear coming in. Face everything and rise. And forget everything and run. Sometimes that's what we need to do. Make latch. Using cedar on here too to protect that energy. Make latch. Here to you too. There you are. Okay. So I am on later today. Been doing a lot of within work. So, that's been diving deep, 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 right? Miigwech. Knowing it's a for now, not forever, but sometimes we need to go in that. We are here being human. Our emotions are here to tell us stuff. The pains in our bodies is here to tell us stuff. If we pay attention and listen. Just to help us and guide us on our way. In the moment, in the now, right? The future will take care of itself. Our power is now, in this moment. And what can we do in this moment? Right? What can we do in this moment? Find our center and our balance in this moment. We need to let go, right? And I have a hard time with that too, because that was part of my survival things, right? To be in control. I can't control anything around me. To be in full control of myself and those emotions. And when they're seeping out of my eyes now, and I don't feel like I'm in control of them, but I am. It's not stuffing so much. I'm not in control of keeping them down anymore, because I'm not supposed to keep them down. I'm supposed to go down into them and feel them so that they can be released, right? What's that? Is it Tesla's coil? No, there was a coil to bring the water up, right? Goes in, and it's like a corkscrew in this thing, and that's how one of the first pumps to bring the water up, to help defy gravity with water. So maybe that's what it is. We're doing that little drill down there, and as we're getting down deep into that stuff, well, it's pulling up that sadness and that water and what we need to release those tears. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, post it there. It can't be Tesla's coil, because that was for generating power. One of the ancient things, okay? One of the first water pumps. It's like a tube, and inside you have the spiraling piece. So that is, it spirals, right? It gets in the water and then pulls the water up. So that's what we're doing. We're diving down deep, and we're pulling up all that sadness and that sorrow, and we're releasing it, because that holds us back, right? Keeps our spirits heavy, right? And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a deep heaviness. My cycles are kind of messing up too. So I mean, that's all part of it too. Well, not messing up. It's the natural process of, like, maybe perimenopause, because I'm pretty sure that the women in my family started pretty early their menopauses. Well, I'm 43, so is it really, really early, right? Well, my last baby at 38, I had to have an ultrasound because I was in an advanced maternal age, right? So, could be that. We can go in, or just feel it, right? Just let it go. Okay, yes, I am feeling sad. I'm feeling sad about what my children are going through. I'm feeling sad about what they have gone through. I'm feeling sad about what we're going through now. I'm feeling deeply hurt. And especially really hurt that I feel so angry. That's one that I stuffed the most, was this anger. So it's hard for me to feel that anger, but it's I don't want to say a right anger, but when you've been abused and treated unfairly. And I don't want to look at it as abuse or say that that's abuse or whatever, because, right, it's there to teach me, right? What was it there to teach me? Well, that I don't have very boundaries, that I was always worried about what other people thought, never want to offend anybody, that I would just always cower and bow my head. Okay, off to you. Okay. All right. Oh, it's more important to you than it is to me, so I submit. Right? Submit. I never. But then I think it comes out with my children, because going, well, these are my children, so I stand my ground with my children and have firm boundaries with my children. But are they that firm? Yeah, I'm afraid they're just not going to like me. But then, right, that goes through my head. If they don't like you, you're doing your job right. So let's call in all our directions. East, Path of illumination and clarity. Please share your medicine with us. Help us all to get clarity here on how to let go and let God, whatever that is for you, let God, let the source, okay, take care of that. Release it. This is what I need help with. Hey, your infinite wisdom, right? How do I know more than the infinite wisdom, right? You think, what, I can solve that better than the infinite wisdom, right? Who are we to think that? Well, who are we? Who are you? A divine being. We're all divine beings. Finding our way here. So we're calling it all the East and the clarity, and that's the spirit, right? To be in touch. To be in touch with that spirit within us. The fire. And then the introspection. The innocence. No. The innocence. Right? That's where we go into the south, the emotions, the tears, and let them flow. Right? We do that deep dive. We call in, that's the waters. And then we call in the west. That's the introspection, the woman, the physical, the earth. And then the north is our wisdom, years, the mental. And that helps us to get that clarity there too, right? That is the air. And then we go from south to the north. Well, the south, right? Looking in, figuring out who we are. Right? The introspection. Because then when we are children, it is all about us, right? Because we're learning. We're learning. And you know what? Even though we have these adult bodies, we're still children here. Not all of us were allowed to grow up. Or some of us were pushed so fast to grow up. But then we were just pretending to be adults. And even now, as we're adults, it's still like we're pretending to be adults. Right? And then we go up to the adulthood, to the wisdom years, and to the north, right? Where we confront everything that was not us. And then we are left with what is, right? It's that confrontation, that bravery, looking at those parts of ourselves that we did not want to look at, looking at those parts of our childhood we did not want to look at. And it's okay. Let go. Just let it go. And let the Creator help you, help guide you. All right, we got to listen and pay attention. That's where we go quiet into that introspection, right? And the blue road, a road of spirit, goes from the east to the west, right? Where, we'll have that life review as we first transition, right? That retreat. Well, then we get the rest and decide if we want to come back, right? Whatever you believe, to each their own. Back into the innocence, the love, when we realize we're all innocent. East to west is where it goes. Above, below, and within, we call in all of our directions. We are wholly, full, and complete. As we are, everything we need, we are given. It is already there. It's there inside of us. We can manifest it outside of us. Well, are we doing it, or are we getting out of our own way? Allowing it to come through us. Allowing that love and light to work through us. Right? We are the vessels of love and light. Our bodies are the vessels that carry our spirits. So today, main path and totem. Right, Brahmana, talking stick, viewpoint and options. So share, talk, get it out. It's what we do. I keep locked in myself. I'm so internal. There's our dolphin breath. Release it. This is one way to release. Release with the tears, the talking. You can talk and share, get viewpoints of others and options that they took and how they got themselves freed from this depression or whatever it is. Or just talking and letting it out in our prayers, right? Letting go and letting God, because that's what we're thinking about. So talk to your source, your creator. Tomatoes. Talk. And go within and breathe and allow that to come in. And when you feel your mind getting distracted, dolphin breath can help us to dive deeper. Can release those thoughts that are preoccupying our brains and not letting us get down deeper, right? We get caught up in a circle. Let's release that. We get caught up in one option or viewpoint. No, well, that was not working. So, oh, no. no, 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 it's all ending because this one isn't working. That one's not working. Well, we have the option to move to something else, right? We are never stuck anywhere. Not really. Not really. Never stuck unless we choose to be. Right? Sometimes we can choose to be and not consciously be choosing to be. Because our spirit, right, is the infinite wisdom. It knows. It knows what we need. That life force knows what we need. And it will push us to get that. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not that pushy. We push ourselves. It just says, it's here. Hello. It's here. Right? Whenever you choose to look over here, it's here for you. Right? It is. It always is. Never fails. I'm going to go that creative energy first today. And then the actions for that. Okay, so on the women's side, that creativity. It's going in, that council fire, and the decisions. Are we making the decisions in the highest and best interest of all? Are we making the decision to take things personally when maybe they might not be about us? Everybody's on their own journey, right? Everybody has their own options and their own viewpoints because they're all standing at a different spot on this earth, right? So that's why going into that council fire, it's not just one, right? It's a council. We're helping us to make the decisions. We are not alone. We do not have to decide on our own. That's why we let go, let God. Let's go into our own council fire because we can fool ourselves, right? We get camouflaged, right? Or all these are all camouflaged within us. We think we're just one. We're just one being here. Well, one being part of the whole one, right? And that's the fierce protector of the family. So it's deciding what is in the highest and best interest of the whole family. On the mini scale and on the macro scale or whatever, right? Our family within our little homes, the home we're in, and our family, the home that we're on. That's what I say to my children. We have to all do our parts to take care of the home we live in and the home we all live on, that we share. We're always sharing space. Always, right? Whether you believe in different dimensions and whatever, we're still sharing space. Even if we live on this earth and there's many dimensions on this earth and there's other living the same time we are simultaneously, right? Oh, we can get so confused with viewpoints. So why don't we just get in touch, right? And we can get hiding behind all those. So get in touch with what's in our highest and best interest and for our own little families here in our homes. Okay? That's the creativity. We got to get creative in that and finding out what's best for us all. It's letting go and letting God, right? Understanding everybody, even in the same home, is all going to have different viewpoints and they're going to have different options for themselves. We don't know what our children have signed up to learn here, right? We don't even know what we're here to teach them, right? We just got to live our lives because it's up to them to figure out what their lessons are. It's up to us as individuals to figure out what our lessons are and how we can help in the highest, best interest of all. What's our purpose here? What are we here to do to help the whole, right? So, we're standing people, we're bringing in those roots, and they're all there. So, that's the action to take. Be a stand-up person. Stand in your truth. Be who you are. The tree does not, oh, look at that tree. It bears apples, and I've just got needles. Everyone has a purpose. They all have their healing properties, and they all help each other. You go into that forest system. I think it was, of course, probably David Suzuki, right? It's a whole, that forest system all works together, helping the ones that are low to the ground, the ones that are tall to the ground. They all just do their part. It's not jealous of the other trees. It just does its part, right? In gentleness, right? Being gentle to themselves. They don't push themselves hard. Oh my goodness, I got to grow more leaves. I got to bear more fruit. Right? And push and push and push until, well, that tree just rots away, right? Or it has no fruits at all because it's tried so hard. It's burnt itself out. Well, that doesn't happen. It's just gentle. It's just an automatic gentleness, right? Those leaves rustle through that wind, and it just is. And that's where we need to be gentle on our bodies too. Sink in our roots and know that we are always nourished. Our roots will nourish us, and then we can spread out our branches and reach for that grandfather's son. But there's times we need rest too, right? The tree, the leaves will all shed. for that new growth. It needs to shed off all those leaves from that year for those new ones to come in. Right? So be gentle with yourself. It's all. We are part of this divine universe. We are on these cycles as well. The world is turning. We're turning with it. Right? We're all going in the same direction. The earth turns in one direction. Whether flip flops, whatever, it's still going in the one direction. And so are we. Right. Much love. Big heart hugs. Remember, we are all in this together. Look at that. 4, 5. We got the 24, 25, right? Let's taking the steps. Here's a 4, 5. We are taking those steps. And we are getting there. It's just one step at a time. Okay? One day at a time. The power is in the now. So breathe. And you find what your viewpoints and options are. And that's okay for you to have your own. Right? When we take those actions in the highest and best interest of all, we are not alone. We start within our own little families, with our own little selves, and with our own little families, and for the families without, right? Okay. Much love. Peace. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Big wish. Thank you. Thank you.